First off, let me start off with this. This video is a joke. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion and shouldn't be taken 100% seriously. If you play Nova, if you like the weapon, or if you think it's top tier, great! We all have different opinions on things. I'm not Chara, or Dude, or Wadsum, or Barry, or any of those crack content creators who are way better at the game than I'll ever be. So take everything I say with a massive, heaping spoonful of salt. That being said, Splatoon devs, let me holler at you for a second, cause what the fuck is this? I hate this gun. I think that Splatoon and society as a whole would be better if this gun never existed. But why do you hate the gun so much, Gavin? What did it ever do to you? I'm so glad you asked, disembodied voice that sounds just like me. Let me break it down for you. You know, they really hit the nail on the head when they gave this weapon its name. It really does put the emphasis on the no in Nova, because it has no damage, no accuracy, no paint, no money, no house, no car, and no bitches. This gun's got characteristics of the Splattershot, the Pro, and the Junior, and somehow it ended up being worse than all three? This is like the failed Gotenks fusion of Splatoon weapons. It's got worse damage than the OG Splattershot, worse accuracy than the Pro, and worse support than the Junior. It's got Splattershot in its name, but doesn't do anything better than a single one of them. What am I supposed to do with this thing? This fucker shoots frozen peas for bullets, spreads like a jar of Jif, and what do I get for a sub-weapon to compensate? Point sensor? Really? So I got this dog shit weapon that deals negative damage and no sub-weapon to combo with it. At least I can tell my teammates where all the enemies are, cause I sure as fuck can't do anything about it myself. At what range am I actually intended to use this damn thing? They gave it god-awful shot RNG so it can't do shit at range, but didn't give it the fire rate to compensate so it can't do shit up close either. Every weapon that can kill within range of this thing will kill you faster than you can kill them. This thing takes 5 shots to kill. 5! The same as a fucking arrow spray, and even it can secure a kill faster and more reliably than Nova when it's in its intended range. The devs were real slick on Twitter telling us that we can fire the weapon forever without affecting its accuracy. They conveniently forgot to tell us the fucking thing can't hit shit to begin with! Alright, well fine, it's a bit on the weaker side of things, but at least it can paint right— What the fuck is that?! Now, I'm this planet's biggest aerospray slanderer, second only to Scott Falco. But credit where it's due, at least the damn thing can paint! Let's do a little test, shall we? Here we've got 2 trails of paint made by 2 different weapons. One was made by a Splattershot Pro, the other was made by a Nova. Which is which? Go ahead, I'll give you a few seconds. Alright, time's up. Did you guess that this one was the Nova? Congratulations, you were wrong, it was this one. This thing paints worse than the fucking Pro! And the Pro already has mediocre paint output. So let me get this straight. I can pick up a Pro and have the same range, better accuracy, more damage, and now that the Forge Pro exists, a better sub and special, and it paints better too? Why would I play this thing? For the sake of comparing it to a shooter that's not a Splattershot, let's take a look at the 52 gal. Wow, and this weapon kills in 2 shots. Might I reiterate that the Nova kills in 5 shots? The Splattershot Nova kills in 5 fucking shots! So you're telling me that in exchange for a bee's dick less of range, I can have a weapon with the same special, a splash wall, better paint output, and better kill potential? Dog, who fucking designed this shit? Now I know what some of y'all are thinking. You're comparing it to Slayer weapons. It's supposed to be a support weapon. Alright, fine. Let's compare it to some support weapons, shall we? But before I do that, let me restate the thing I said from the beginning of the video. I'm not a pro player. I don't even consider myself good at the game, and I'm new to Splatoon as a series. I'm not totally familiar with what the community at large deems support. My idea of support and your idea of support might be different. Therefore, if a weapon I showcase here doesn't fit your idea of support, don't rush down to the comment section and bitch at me about, oh, that's not support, it's a blah 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 blah. I don't give a fuck, alright? Here's the Jet Squelcher. It's got mediocre paint output like the Nova, a dog shit sub weapon, and doesn't have the fastest time to kill out there. However, it has far better range, is way more accurate, does more damage, and arguably has a better support special. This thing would be far more help in a team fight than a Nova ever would. How about the 96 gal? 52 Gal's older brother. Its sub-weapon's also not the greatest, but it also comes with ink back like the Jet. Not very accurate, but has more range than the Nova, also paints better, and is also a 2-shot kill. Let's move away from shooters for a second. Here's everyone's favorite turf war menace, the Reflux. Now its range isn't the best, and it can struggle in point-blank skirmishes, but it is by far the best painting weapon in the game with the best special in the game, Tenta Missiles. And because it's a stringer, it has the capability to shoot over cover, and it also has the potential to one-shot, making it fairly lethal in the right hands. All of those weapons as support have their drawbacks, but they also have strengths to compensate. What does the Nova have? It can throw a bajillion point sensors for their team. But is having a bajillion point sensors valuable enough to warrant a Nova taking up an entire slot in your team comp? The main weapon by itself is damn near worthless on its own. Wouldn't you just rather have a better weapon? What competent team needs this much point sensor support anyways? Don't get me wrong, point sensor is quite a valuable tool in this meta where everyone's running Ninja Squid. However, if you want a weapon that can locate enemies for you, one of those just dropped in the same update as the Nova. This fucker! Custom Junior does the whole LOL I know where you are all the time thing just as well as Nova does, while actually being a half-decent weapon as well. It has Torpedo and Wavebreaker. Now Torpedo isn't the exact same thing as Point Sensor, but does a fairly good job at locating and flushing out enemies with the added benefit of also being a fucking bomb. Something that Nova desperately could use for some added lethality. Wavebreaker also tracks enemies while doing damage, which again helps Junior be more deadly if it needs to be. If you so desperately need a point sensor on your team, Nova isn't even the best weapon with the sub. You look me dead in my eyes with a straight face and tell me that if someone broke into your house and put a gun to your head, a real gun, not like a Splatoon gun, like a real one that shoots bullets, and this assailant tells you, "Tell me the best weapon with point sensor, I need to round out my team comp," you're gonna tell him to use this piece of shit? Be serious. He might believe you initially, but I promise he'll be back, and next time he's pulling the trigger. In conclusion, this weapon fucking blows. It's not good. There are better shooters, there are better support weapons, there are better mid-range weapons, there are better splatter shots, there are better weapons that begin with the letter S. It desperately needs buffs or it'll just become a paperweight collecting dust in the Ammonite storage closet. Alright, I think I'm done now. That was a lot of yelling. I'm already behind on finishing the Splatfest video, so if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go finish that sometime this year before Season 3 drops. If you made it this far in the video, I'm sorry. But thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Have a good day.